It's exhibition basketball here on ESPN. The Spurs come into this feeling right at home beyond the three-point arc. You don't want to leave this team open on the perimeter or the threes will start to come in bunches. They will be squaring off versus the Suns, who come in needing to recognize the double teams a little quicker. If they can do that, they should hopefully be able to rise above their average rating. So let's go now to Bob Steele and Rod West, who are in San Antonio.
Hello, everybody. It's nearly game time at the SBC Center in San Antonio. I'm Bob Steele, and I'm here with my partner, Rod West. Let's take a quick look at the starters. Any thoughts, Rod?
Tim Duncan averages over 25 points a game, Bob, so I'd be looking for him to do some damage out there.
Thanks, Rod. Let's head courtside for the player introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention courtside for the player introductions. First, for the Phoenix Suns. At center, Jake Sakalidis. At forward, Tom Gugliotta. At guard, Anthony Hardaway. Also at guard, Stephon Marbury. Also at forward, John Marion. And now the starting lineup for your San Antonio Spurs. At center, out of Navy, 7'1", number 50, David Robinson. And forward, out of Cal State Fullerton, 6'7", number 12, Bruce Bowen. At the guard position, out of Michigan State, 6'8", number 8, Steve Smith. Also at guard, from France, 6'2", number 9, Tony Parker. At the other forward position, out of Wake Forest, 7 feet, number 21, Tim Duncan.
The Suns corral the opening tip-off.
Pick him up. I got him. Stay tight inside.
Passes it.
Where? Get up.
It's blocked. Duncan swatted that one away, and it's his first block of the game.
Serves up a facial right there. That's how you send a message to the offense.
Bounce pass. They work it in. Duncan passes it. 7 seconds to shoot. Launches from beyond the arc. Brings the first bucket of the game.
Parker gets the bucket, but he's the beneficiary of one heck of an assist right here.
That's what a good teammate does. He gets you the ball right in the spot where you're most comfortable.
And after that, it's up to you to knock it down, and that's what he does right here.
Gugliotta throws it in. Just over 11 minutes here in the first quarter. Passes.
Yo, step up. Yo,
Launches from beyond the arc. Gets back iron and out.
Hardaway isn't even going to dwell on that last shot. He knows he should have made it, so he'll wait to redeem himself when the next open three comes around.
The two-handed dunk thrown down by Duncan. Just under 11 minutes here in the first quarter. Now in the paint.
double up.
He pulls the trigger from 8.
I got him.
Watches the lay-in. Tipped up but not in by Parker.
Switch up.
Yanks it down inside. Nice rebound by the third-year man out of Greece. Hardaway passes. Marbury puts it up inside. Gets the kind bounce off the back rim.
Stephon Marbury didn't like what he saw there at first, so he gives a little pump fake to get a better look.
It works like a charm here, too. And after the fake, just lines up for the J and drops it in, Rod. Robinson inbounds the ball.
Ball.
Just over 10 minutes here in the first quarter.
Get him.
Passes it.
Double. Help.
Smith fades away inside. Gets nothing but net.
That's where his talent lies. Those inside shots, just like that. Get him the ball. Keep getting him the ball.
Just under 10 minutes here in the first quarter. Hardaway has it.
Gugliotta elevates.
Tom Gugliotta.
Dunks it down with both hands.
Tom Gugliotta didn't throw down the fanciest dunk right there, but it all counts the same.
The Spurs
Are at the controls. They're shooting 59% from the floor. Smith passes it.
Big coming. Watch out inside. Double.
Shoots. The defensive rebound by Smith.
That's smart basketball. The double team is especially effective under the net because it really limits where you can go.
The Suns
Head into the front court. They're 2 out of their last 5 from the floor.
High B. Push 15.
Marbury
Elevates.
dunks it down with one hand.
Marbury made sure he wasn't coming away empty-handed by throwing it down.
Just under 9 minutes here in the first quarter. Passes.
Watch the clear out.
Uses the crossover. Jabs.
7 on the shot clock.
Passes it.
Duncan
Takes a turnaround J. Bounces off the left rim and out.
Tim Duncan must have realized that he had an average defender on him and put up that shot. The problem is that he's just an average shooter.
Hardaway uses the leaner inside.
Doesn't get it all the way there.
Hardaway has to score in that situation. When you're that much better than the defender that's guarding you, you have to take advantage.
Pass right wing. Gets cut off by Marbury.
7 seconds to shoot.
Parker gets whistled for the charge. That's his first foul of the game.
Marion
With the inbound.
I got him.
Just over 8 minutes here in the first quarter.
Get him.
Passes. They push it inside.
Marion,
Pops it up from 9. Gets right iron, no good.
that shot didn't come off quite as planned, and the D was able to thwart it without much effort.
The one-handed slam is blown by Robinson.
Marion
Grabs the defensive board.
Ball. Pick him up. Watch the box.
Lobbed. Takes the wide open shot. Bounces it off the short side and in.
Nice looking assist here, Bob. A player should always be looking for a teammate who has the better look.
Oh, that was a nice feed, Rod.
And no doubt about that, but it's only an assist if the guy makes the basket, and he does right here.
I got him.
The Spurs
Have it. They're shooting 42% from the floor. Caught by Robinson.
Robinson
From inside, puts too much on it.
David Robinson has to score in that situation. When you're that much better than the defender that's guarding you, you have to take advantage.
Now on the wing.
Go. 2 out.
7 on the shot clock.
Hit coming. Yo, power stack.
Hardaway launches from beyond the arc.
Nice stop.
Can't take the lead.
Hardaway is a good shooter from long distance, but the defender met the challenge on that
Get
one.
him. Diggins and dig.
Parker dishes it off.
Get up.
7 seconds to shoot.
Passes it. Puts it up. Can't stop the run.
That's a nice job fighting on the offensive board.
Gugliotta
Corrals the defensive glass.
The Suns could add to their lead with a bucket this trip down.
Parker now has it.
Playing defense is all about position, and Bob, he had great position. All he had to do was just get his hands in the air.
Passes. Launches from beyond the arc. Can't stop the drought.
Bowen had everything going his way, but that wide open three wouldn't fall for him.
Just over 6 minutes here in the first quarter. Passes it.
Watch the blocks. Yo, power stack.
7 on the shot clock.
Ball, ball, ball.
Passes. Launches from beyond the arc.
John Marion.
That's an old basketball move, but the pump fake, still good.
I figured you'd like this play, Rod. He just nails the shot after shaking his man loose with a nice pump fake.
You figured me right, Bob. Call me old-fashioned, but a simple, effective move to get to the bucket? Who can't love that?
Duncan throws it in.
I got it.
The Spurs have the ball. They're shooting 50% from the arc. Pass caught by Smith.
Watch out inside. Stay tight inside.
It's stolen.
Gugliotta
Passes the ball.
The Suns have the ball, and they're now on an 11-2
John
run.
Marion.
Nice two-handed slam by Marion.
Oh, he just jammed it down their throats for 2. Sweet dunk.
Just over 5 minutes here in the first quarter.
Pin down.
Into the low post.
Duncan shoots from 13 feet out.
Can't get it to fall.
That's nice heads-up play on D.
Passes it. Tried to lay it in, but it wasn't finished by Marion. Just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Passes.
Watch the screen.
Right wing pass. Takes the turnaround J.
Tony.
Gets the far iron, but it goes in.
Nice job to get open and drain that outside shot.
Marbury
Brings it up. He has 4 points from the paint. Passes it.
Hardaway launches from beyond the arc.
Hardaway.
Connects.
The three-point shot is his forte, and of course, he nails that one. Bob, you have got to watch him close out there in the outskirts.
Parker has the ball. He's 2 out of his last 4 from the floor.
Bowen
Makes the pass.
Robinson
Fired from the right block. Gets it to fall. He's money from there. Just over 4 minutes here in the first quarter.
Double down.
Passes.
3 under 5. Inside, inside.
They're inside. Tosses it back out. Sakalidis with the ball. Intercepted.
You can't expect to retain possession if you're willing to let go a bad pass like that, Bob. You really have to thread the needle when going inside.
The jumper was buried by Duncan.
Duncan didn't like what he saw there at first, so he gives a little pump fake to get a better look.
It works like a charm here, too. And after the fake, just lines up for the J and drops it in, Rod.
Marion.
Inbounds the ball.
The Suns
Are at the controls. They're shooting 50% from the floor. Passes it. Skies.
Line it up.
Botches the lay-in.
Blue. Watch out inside.
Passes.
Help down low. Flare, flare.
7 seconds to shoot.
Passes it. Launches from beyond the arc. Drains the lightly contested shot.
Perfect from the perimeter. He's so good at those. Truly a joy to watch.
Pass low post. Takes a quick shot. Gets the front rim. Caught by Parker. Parker works it up court. He's shooting 50% from the floor. Passes.
7 on the shot clock.
Parker with the rock. The J was missed by Parker. Duncan takes off. Watches the lay-in. Tipped in by Duncan.
Great second chance opportunity.
He fought for position and made the play.
Gugliotta.
With the inbound.
The Suns, with the score of this trip down, can tie it up. Hardaway.
Passes.
Hardaway.
High rises. Gets the lay-in.
Hardaway is showing that every NBA player in the league is trying to work that crossover move. I think it has something to do with those Sports Center highlights.
Just under 2 minutes here in the first quarter.
Screen coming.
Passes it.
ISO. 5 under 2. Stay tight inside. Stand.
7 seconds to shoot. Gugliotta.
Comes away with his third pickpocket tonight.
The Suns.
Work it up court. They're shooting 50% from the arc.
Yanks it down inside.
Marion failed to put down the alley-oop, and that's always a risky play.
Pick coming. 5 under 2.
Duncan is asking for it in the post.
7 on the shot clock.
They work it in.
Robinson releases.
Can't sink the well-defended shot.
Robinson doesn't need to take that shot. There has to be a better option on offense.
Launches from beyond the arc. Can't drop in the lightly contested shot.
Tough matchup out there. And they're a little lucky that he didn't get that one to fall.
Duncan puts it up inside. Can't drop down his shot.
He's usually a dynamo on the inside, but he just couldn't get that one to drop. He should be nailing those left and right.
Out of the wing. Hardaway with an ill-advised step of the line, and he's whistled out of bounds.
Substitution
Duncan
for the
will leave the
Spurs.
floor.
Sakalidis
Will leave the floor.
Substitution for the Suns.
Rose throws it in.
The Spurs have possession, and it's a 9-2 run.
Lobbed. Pops it up from 9. Gets back iron and out.
Robinson can't believe he blew that one, and neither can I. No excuse not to finish when you're that close.
Watch the pin. Help down low.
Pass to the paint. They push it inside.
Get him.
Grabbed by Palacio.
Marion takes the turnaround J.
Puts too much on it.
There's the horn, and at the end of one, it's
18-18.
the Spurs.
Played it even after one period, Rod. Anything jump out at you?
Field goal percentage, Bob. They're not shooting as well as the opposition, but they played so well in other areas of this game, and that's why it's all tied up. Now they just need to play some even tougher defense and create easier baskets.
Ferry inbounds the ball. Passes.
Power stack. Need help.
In low.
Push baseline.
Robinson
From the left block. Tickles the twine.
Robinson fades on this shot, and that's what makes it so impressive.
Looks like he thought he needed a little more space than he had, and it turns out he was right.
Pick coming.
the Suns
Head into the front court. They're 1 out of their last 6 from the floor.
Drop. 2 and 4, 5.
Palacio passes it. It's knocked away.
Pick 'em up.
The Spurs touched it last right before it went out of bounds. The shot clock is at 5.
Watch the pin.
A finger roll was dropped in by Johnson.
Ferry
With the inbound.
the Spurs
Have it. They're shooting 66% from the arc.
Pin down.
Lobbed it.
Get tight inside.
Launches from beyond the arc. Not this time.
That's a tough defensive matchup, but they did play it pretty good, and they prevented the 3.
the Suns
Bring it up. They're 2 out of their last
Yo,
5 from the arc.
Palacio.
Nice lay-in off the glass by Palacio.
The Spurs can tie it up with a basket this trip down.
Passes it.
Out. Ball. Push 5.
Now in the paint.
Rose
Fires. Can't tie it up.
Rose has just an average inside game, and that's the problem. You never know what to expect when he takes it in there.
The Suns could add to their lead with a bucket this trip down.
Palacio dishes it off.
Stoudemire
Puts it up
Amari
inside. Yes.
Stoudemire.
I like that shot right there, Bobby. Nice timing.
Ball.
The Spurs
Have the ball. They're shooting 39% from the floor. Passes. It's loose.
Push 5. Push baseline.
In the paint.
45 twist.
Robinson
Puts it up from 11. Answers right back.
Bobby, that's the kind of shot he likes, and you can see why. Give him 2 points.
Bounce pass.
Marion
Goes up.
Switch.
Gets the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the line for one more.
This is a big-time bucket right here. Check this move out. He makes contact there, and then he manages to get the shot off. Good job.
Great body control as he managed to pretty much ignore the hack and still sink it.
He completes the three-point play. Robinson
Throws it in.
The The Spurs
are at the controls. They're 2 out of their last 6 from the floor. Lobbed.
Watch baseline. Inside.
7 seconds to shoot. Robinson
Passes the ball. The J was off the mark by Jackson. Deflected. And it's right to him.
Risky move right there, but it's an old coach talking. He was out of position to make that block, and to reach around like that can easily lapse into a foul, but the block is clean.
Passes it. Marion gets up.
John
Picks up his 5th point of the
Marion.
quarter. He's got 10 total.
Marion was going with the dunk all the way. No hesitation.
The Spurs
Work it up court. They're 2 out of their last 4 from the arc. Bounce pass. They're inside.
Robinson
Uses the leaner inside.
It's always tougher to hit a jumper while you're moving.
He shows perfect concentration and control and knocks it down.
Williams.
Inbounds the ball.
The Suns would love to extend their lead this trip down.
Watch the box.
Lobbed it.
5
Swatted away. And it's pulled in by Claxton.
He is all hands out there, and all good hands, too. Believe me, timing a shot block just right is much tougher than it looks.
Marion gets the bucket and his 7th point this quarter. He has a total of 12 so far.
Get him. It's going inside.
Passes.
Flare. Switch up.
Releases. Puts too much on it.
Rose
Jumps up. Watches the lay-in.
Good rebound on the inside.
Robinson capitalizes on the second chance opportunity.
Ball. Pick him up. 45 twist. Watch that low. Screen coming. Box power.
7 on the shot clock.
Shoots with the clock winding down.
Nice pressure.
Gets
Keep it
the
up.
front rim.
Palacio should have known better than to take that one. You have to play within the confines of the game.
I got him.
Robinson
Is looking for the ball.
It's going inside. Double up.
Claxton.
Makes the pass.
7 seconds to shoot.
Releases from the stripe. Bounces off the left rim and out.
305.
Passes it. They work it in. They push it inside.
Help down low.
Passes. Takes a wide open shot.
Great
No
job.
way, no how.
They've got to be thanking their lucky stars that shot went wide. That should have been an automatic, too. It was so wide open.
Passes it.
Robinson
Goes with the fadeaway. Now has 10 points this period. He has a total of 12 so far.
Simple but effective pump fake gets him enough room to bury the J. That's a clever move.
Especially when you're able to knock down the open jumper on a consistent basis.
Williams
With the inbound.
The Suns
Have the rock. They're shooting 40% from the arc.
It's going inside.
Gets vertical. Gets the lay-in.
Palacio.
Get him.
The Spurs
Head into the front court. They're 2 out of their last 4 from the arc.
I'm up.
Claxton
Passes.
Flare. Need help.
Robinson
Wants it down low.
Rose connects on the shot and he's fouled. He'll get a free throw.
Even with the foul, he got that one to drop. Incredible body control.
He can't complete the 3-point play.
Palacio has it. Just under 6 minutes here in the second quarter. Leaps up.
John
Drops in his
Marion.
14th point tonight.
Marion was making sure that there was no chance that shot was going to be blocked by stuffing it.
The Spurs
Have it. They're shooting 42% from the floor. Passes.
13 double. It's going inside.
Inside
Yeah.
pass. The pass is intercepted.
The Suns can extend their lead this trip down. They'd love to do that.
Yanks it down inside. Passes it.
Claxton
Takes a turnaround J. The defensive rebound by Stoudemire.
Claxton must have realized that he had an average defender on him and put up that shot. The problem is that he's just an average shooter.
Went glass in the lay-in, but it's missed by Johnson. Rebounded by Robinson. The Spurs bring it up. They're 3 out of their last 6 from the floor.
Claxton
Passes it. Shoots from 13 feet out. Puts too much on it.
Sometimes you can be too wide open, and that will affect your rhythm from time to time.
I guess so. He's obviously upset with himself on that one.
Passes. Goes with the crossover. Puts it up. Yanks it down inside.
The D holds all the cards in this matchup. He has really got his work cut out for him.
Lobbed.
Push baseline.
Robinson shoots from the paint. The defensive rebound by Stoudemire.
We've got ourselves a tight matchup brewing here on the inside. I thought the shot would materialize, but the D had just enough to stop it.
Bounce pass.
I got him. Turn
7 seconds to shoot.
Passes it. Palacio launches from beyond the arc. Gets the front rim.
Todd Williams.
Great second chance opportunity.
Couldn't agree more with you, Rod. Don't take any extra risks if you can help it.
Ferry
Throws it in.
The Spurs
Have the ball. They're 2 out of their last 4 from the arc.
Claxton
Dishes it off.
4-5. Push baseline. Help.
Nabbed by Rose. Shoots. Doesn't get it all the way there.
Rose doesn't have a flashy inside game, so he has to earn everything the hard way.
Palacio heads up court. He's shooting 33% from the floor. Johnson has the ball. Pulls the trigger from 8. Hands it and gets his 11th point of the quarter. He has a total of 16 so far.
Rose will leave the floor. He's really been struggling so far. Hardaway
Looks fresh coming back on the floor.
Rose will come back onto the floor.
Substitution for the Spurs.
Marion will come off the floor.
Substitution for the Suns.
Just over 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Duncan wants the ball. Duncan from inside. Can't stop the run.
Way to clean the offensive glass right there, Bob.
Parker capitalizes on the second chance opportunity.
Parker didn't like what he saw there at first, so he gives a little pump fake to get a better look.
It works like a charm here, too. And after the fake, just lines up for the J and drops it in, Rod. Johnson inbounds the ball.
I got him.
The Suns have it, and they're on an 8-2 run.
Springs up. Gets the lay-in.
Marbury.
The Suns are simply giving the other team fits. It's bad enough when one player's dominating, but when a team shoots this well, there is not much you can do.
The Spurs
Are at the controls. They're shooting 39% from the floor. Received by Duncan.
Clear out. Clear out.
Passes.
7 on the shot clock.
I got him. Open in.
Lets it go from the wing. Can't drop the lightly contested shot. Elevates. Gets back iron and out. Good position and tip by Rose.
Now, sometimes it's just smarter to tip that ball right back in on the putback rather than bringing it down so it can just get stripped.
He fought for position and made the play. Just over 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Inside. Stoudemire puts it up, gets it to fall. He's money from there.
Nice shot. Had the matchup he wanted, got the points he wanted.
Parker brings it up. He's 3 of 6 from the floor.
Screen coming. 3 eyes.
Parker passes the ball.
Turn 4-5. Stay tight inside. Switch.
Passes it.
7 seconds to shoot.
Bowen launches from beyond the arc. No one's home.
Bowen is a good shooter from long distance, but the defender met the challenge on that one.
The Suns
Work it up court. They're 4 out of their last 6 from the floor. Soft rim on that strong shot. Made by Johnson.
That basket continues a nice offensive run that really puts them against the wall. Now, it's all on them.
The Spurs
Have the rock. They're shooting 40% from the arc. Jackson now has it.
Stay in, stay in.
Jackson gets airborne. Dunks it.
Jackson made a beautiful move. The fans love the crossover, but the coach likes the strong finish with the dunk.
Give some credit to the fans, Rod. I think they like the dunk, too. Williams with the inbound. 52 seconds here in the second quarter. Pass caught by Johnson. Hardaway launches from beyond the arc. Hardaway from the arc. That's 2 from downtown.
They've got to press the shooter, Bob. The defense didn't contest him at all on that one play.
Parker has the ball. He's 2 out of his last 6 from the floor. Parker makes the pass.
Double down.
7 on the shot clock. Duncan rises up.
Offensive foul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the
Sakalidis
Spurs.
comes back in after sitting on the bench for a while.
Substitution for the Suns.
I got him.
Marbury skies. Gets the
Stephon
layup.
Marbury.
Duncan throws it in. The Spurs head into the front court. They're 2 out of their last 5 from the arc. Passes.
Pin down. 86, duck in.
Smith with the ball.
Stay tight inside.
Parker launches from beyond the arc. Can't drop the lightly contested shot. We've reached
The NBA
halftime
has
with the
no
score
audience members
50
who
to
serve
36.
good sportsmanship
Well, let's send it to
to
Clark in the
refrain from
studio for
throwing
more
any object
halftime
toward
recap.
participants or the playing surface.
Welcome to the ESPN Halftime Update. Let's review what went on in the first 2 quarters. The Suns have been sharp shooting tonight. They're shooting a higher percentage on their three-pointers, and that's been one of the major reasons they're winning. Sean Marion, in the first half, has a total of 16 points. A clear choice for our Sega Sports Hot at the Half player. That's our halftime report. Make sure to tune in to the ESPN post-game show at the conclusion of the game. Let's send it back to Bob and Rod.
Substitution for the Spurs.
Get him. Big coming.
Parker passes.
Pin down, pin down. Stay in, stay in. Ball.
Pass left wing.
Switch. Open in.
Fires. Doesn't get it all the way there.
He had a good look, but the D stayed as tight as a new pair of shoes on a rainy day. This is going to be a real close matchup.
Into the low post. Marbury drew this one out of bounds and turns it over. Bowen inbounds the ball. Parker works it up court. He's shooting 50% from the arc. Passes it. Bowen takes off. Dipped up and in by Bowen.
Great second chance opportunity.
Couldn't agree more with you, Rod. Don't take any extra risks if you can help it.
Pick him up.
Marbury with a bucket here. He can get his 10th point of the game.
High rises. Watches the lay-in.
That's a nice job fighting on the offensive glass.
Gugliotta gets the second chance bucket.
The Suns are simply giving the other team fits. It's bad enough when one player is dominating, but when the team shoots this well, there is not much you can do.
Caught by Robinson. Tricky fadeaway shot is off the mark by Robinson. Puts it up from 11. Can't drop down his shot.
Duncan just can't get it going, and once you get cold, it's hard to get that hot hand back.
Tried to lay it in, but no good by Gugliotta. Parker has it. He's shooting 42% from the floor. Gets busy. Goes by us in the lane. Sakalidis with the inbound. The Suns have it. They're shooting 55% from the floor. Passes. The ball's loose. Fades away inside. Money! He's got 18 tonight.
Marion acts like he's going to drive it after making the drop step, but then he stops on a dime and pulls up for the sweet check.
Rod, that's so impressive when a player can change his momentum that quickly and still drain the jumper.
Hey, you never know when you're going to have to switch gears. The good players are always ready to put up the rock.
Parker brings it up. He's 4 of 8 from the floor. Smith with the rock. In low.
Robinson
Goes up.
Substitution for the Spurs.
Marion.
Throws it in.
Double down.
Marbury.
Passes it.
7 seconds to shoot. Gugliotta.
Goes with the fadeaway.
That's what I
Puts
like to
too
see,
much on it.
Gugliotta must have realized that he had an average defender on him and put up that shot. The problem is that he's just an average shooter.
Call it splash down by Duncan.
The defense put up a bit of a fight, but his superior skills got the deuce.
Just over 9 minutes here in the third quarter.
Roll it. Tee it up.
Pass low post.
Double up.
Marion uses the leader inside. Thinks his 20th point of the game.
Marion worked inside, and that's how you play the game. You have to do whatever it takes.
And whatever it takes, including putting up a leaner this time. He's got all the moves.
Bowen.
Inbounds the ball.
The Spurs
Bring it up. They're shooting 33% from the arc. Passes it. Parker releases. Gets the tough shot to fall. You don't see him taking or making many of those.
Parker doesn't mind taking that outside shot, especially when nobody's covering him.
Marbury.
Has the ball. He's 4 out of his last 5 from the floor.
Pick him up.
Marbury.
Dishes it off.
The Spurs.
Have the ball. They're 2 out of their last 6 from the arc.
Now, when you're down low like that, it's way too easy to get the ball stolen. Don't put it on the floor. Too many people, too crowded, too many hands, too easy to get it taken away.
Hardaway.
Has it.
Gugliotta.
Gets aggressive. Gets the lay-in.
The Suns score yet another basket down low, and as you can see, they've completely dominated the paint tonight, making it very hard for the opposition to keep up.
Grabbed by Smith. Smith launches from beyond the arc.
Parker is credited the assist. That's his 5th.
Smith was taking three-pointer all the way. The defense didn't even contest that shot.
Marbury. With a bucket here, he can get his 10th point of the game.
Passes. In the paint. Gets up.
Need help.
Botches the lay-in.
Now convert.
Good rebound on the inside.
Yanks it down inside.
Pick him up. Pick coming. Push baseline.
Right side pass. Jumps up. Dunks it down with both hands.
Smith learned a long time ago that it doesn't matter who scores, it just matters that someone scores. He's just happy with dishing out the assist.
The Suns could add to their lead with a bucket this trip down.
Releases from the stripe. Gets back iron and out.
That's how you fight for the offensive rebound.
Step
The
on,
3 ball was dropped in
Marbury.
by Marbury.
Duncan.
With the inbound.
Pick him up.
Parker has the rock. He's 1 out of his last 2 from the arc.
Pick coming.
Parker passes the ball. Launches from beyond the arc. Can't answer back with the 3.
Steve Smith has to take the blame for that. That pick was pretty good, and he should have been able to lose that defender.
Gugliotta.
Has the ball. 10-footer was off the mark by Gugliotta. Fought for it and got it.
Gugliotta
Gets his 6th point of the period. He has a total of 8 so far.
The Suns are simply giving the other team fits. It's bad enough when one player's dominating, but when a team shoots this well, there is not much you can do.
Now by Smith. Uses the crossover.
This is a textbook crossover, Bob. Check it out.
Boy, straight passes, man, and he lays it in for 2. Pretty move.
Marbury.
Has it. He's 5 of 6 from the floor.
Get him.
Passes it.
3 under 5.
They're inside. They work it in. Loose ball. Kicks it outside.
You got to put the club on the ball when this guy's nearby. He'll snatch it before you know it.
Defensive rebound by Sakalidis.
Duncan.
Might want to reconsider his shot selection. Pass to the paint. Takes the quick shot. Scores his 8th point of the period. He's got 10 total.
He doesn't normally take those, but he saw an opening, got it to fall.
Parker brings it up. He's 4 out of his last 6 from the floor. Parker makes the pass. Gets vertical. Knocks it down with one hand.
Check this one out, Bob. This just goes to show that you don't need a killer crossover to use it effectively.
Yeah, Roddy caught the defense off balance with this move and then made them pay with the flush. Sakalidis throws it in. The Suns have the rock. They're 4 out of their last 6 from the arc.
I'm open.
Passes. Marion. High rises. Buries number 22.
The Suns are getting everyone involved tonight, which is making them very tough to defend.
Parker has the ball. He has 11 points from the floor.
Screen coming. It's going inside. Watch the screen.
Passes it. 7 on the shot clock. Parker shoots from just inside the line. Gets the front rim.
Parker misses it, but you had a pretty even matchup out there. That could have gone either way.
The Suns head into the front court. They're shooting 56% from the floor. Duncan passes.
Marbury was left in the lurch after that poor pick. His teammates have to help him out a little better than that.
Parker is at the controls. He's shooting 50% from the arc. Fired short by Duncan. Marbury now has it. Marbury works it up court. He's 1 out of his last 2 from the arc. Marbury gets busy. It's blocked.
Bowen keeps finding a way to wrestle that ball loose, but my question is, when are they going to get a grip on the lead?
Parker, with a great feed, picks up his 6th assist.
Now that's a good feed right there. When he's on the court, all his teammates have to keep an eye out for the quick pass. He sometimes has a better read on a teammate's scoring potential than the teammate does, and he can get the ball to them in the blink of an eye.
The layup was banked in by Sakalidis.
I got him.
Parker heads up court. He's shooting 50% from the floor. Passes.
Watch out inside.
Goes with the fadeaway. Scores his 12th point with the bucket there.
That's an old basketball move, but the pump fake, still good.
I figured you'd like this play, Rod. He just nails the shot after shaking his man loose with a nice pump fake.
You figured me right, Bob. Call me old-fashioned, but a simple, effective move to get to the bucket? Who can't love that?
Gugliotta inbounds the ball. Marbury has it. He's 5 of 8 from the floor.
14 cross. Flare, flare.
Marbury passes it.
Inside.
7 seconds to shoot. Marion takes a turnaround J. Scores his 8th point of the period. He has a total of 24 so far.
The Suns score yet another basket down low, and as you can see, they've completely dominated the paint tonight, making it very hard for the opposition to keep up.
Clear out, clear out.
Passes it. Bowen goes up. Gugliotta is going to be hit with a blocking call. That's his first foul of the game. He gets the first of 2.
Substitution
Williams
for the
looks
Spurs.
fresh coming back on the floor.
Substitution for the Suns.
Barry will come back in
for
the game.
Spurs.
Williams with the inbound. The Suns bring it up. They're shooting 44% from the arc. Johnson with the ball. Takes a wide open shot. Can't get it to fall.
He's got his rebounding fundamentals down, Bobby.
He sure does, Roddy. He anticipates where the ball's going to go, boxes out, and then cleans up.
Everyone sit.
Parker dishes it off.
Line it up. Watch that look. Got him.
Received by Parker. 7 on the shot clock. Launches from beyond the arc. Gets nothing but net. The Suns would love to extend their lead this trip down. Passes. Gains some altitude. Gets fouled and makes the bucket. He'll have an opportunity to add 1 at the charity stripe.
The Suns are simply giving the other team fits. It's bad enough when one player is dominating, but when a team shoots this well, there is not
Substitution
much
for
you
the
can do.
Spurs.
Kerr will leave the floor. Rose throws it in.
Get him!
The Spurs have the ball. They're 2 out of their last 6 from the arc. Parker passes the ball. Goes with the crossover. With the jab step. Smith shoots. Gets the bucket and his 7th point this quarter. He's got 9 in the game.
Smith didn't like what he saw there at first, so he gives a little pump fake to get a better look.
It works like a charm here, too. And after the fake, just lines up for the J and drops it in, Rod.
Marbury
Brings it up. He has 11 points from the floor.
Rose
It's called for the block. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Marbury sinks the basket and gets a trip to the line for one more. He completes the three-point play. The Spurs
Are at the controls. They're shooting 46% from the floor. Passes it. They push it inside. Parker with the rock. The long three-pointer was missed by Parker. The defensive rebound by Stoudemire. 58 seconds here in the 3rd quarter.
Hawk! Watch baseline!
Launches from beyond the arc. Gets right iron, no good.
Scott Williams.
Now, sometimes it's just smarter to tip that ball right back in on the putback rather than bringing it down so it can just get stripped.
He fought for position and made the play.
Rose
Inbounds the ball. Parker has the ball. He's shooting 33% from the arc. Parker makes the pass.
Don't get hit!
Now in the paint. In low. From inside. Can't drop the lightly contested shot.
Duncan has had a solid night tonight, but unfortunately, it hasn't translated into a lead for his team.
Duncan
Gets the second chance bucket. Johnson is at the controls. He has 6 points from the paint. Passes.
Space! Watch baseline!
Uses the crossover. Puts up the shot. Misfire from the corner of the line by Johnson.
Rose
Works it up court. He's shooting 28% from the floor. Pass caught by Smith. Smith launches from beyond the arc. Bounces off the left rim and out.
We're at the end of 3 with the score.
79-68.
The Spurs
Came into the 3rd quarter behind and end the 3rd with a double-digit deficit. Any way to explain it statistically, Rod?
Three-point shooting, Bob. They're not keeping pace from the arc with their opponents. They need to get it going inside and get some higher percentage shots as well as play tougher perimeter defense.
Stoudemire with the inbound.
Marbury
Passes.
Get him! Basic! Tee it up!
Marbury
Leaves the ground.
drops in his 16th point of the game.
Parker has the rock. He's 1 out of his last 3 from the arc. Parker has it. Goes with the crossover. Passes it.
Out!
Pulls the trigger from the high post.
Gotta play with that!
Doesn't get the tough shot.
Go, go,
They got a
go.
break on that one, Bob. That shot's going to fall 99% of the time.
Caught by Johnson.
2C!
7 seconds to shoot.
Passes.
Plastic 5! Watch baseline!
Marbury
Launches from beyond the arc.
That's what I like to see,
Gets the front
defense.
rim.
Marbury comes away empty, but he was playing pretty well on that. I'm not surprised he missed it.
Parker has it. He's 5 of 11 from the floor. Bounce pass.
Watch out inside!
Shoots from 12. Puts too much on it.
Duncan should think twice before he takes that shot. And if he still wants to shoot it, he should think a 3rd time and a 4th time. That's not his game.
Power again! Watch the box!
Passes it.
Screen coming!
Uses the crossover.
Stephon Marbury.
Look at the replay right here, Bobby, and watch how he loses the defense.
Loses the D. He posterized the D. That was a fantastic move.
You're right. All he needs to do is go to that crossover for his score. It's as simple as that.
The Spurs
Have the rock. They're shooting 36% from the arc. Passes.
Duncan
Leaps up. Dunks it on the reverse.
Whoa, that wasn't your basic coach-approved lay-in, but it'll work.
Marbury can pick up his 20th point this trip down.
Bounce pass. Springs up. Gets the lay-in.
The Suns score yet another basket down low, and as you can see, they've completely dominated the paint tonight, making it very hard for the opposition to keep up.
Parker brings it up. He's 3 out of his last 6 from the floor. Smith passes it. Goes with the fadeaway. Doesn't get it all the way there.
Bob the D did a really nice job making sure that that shot went nowhere. So good at that.
The Suns
Head into the front court. They're 2 out of their last 6 from the arc. Bounce pass.
7 seconds to shoot.
Uses the crossover. Shoots. Gets the far iron, but it goes in.
A simple but effective pump fake gets him enough room to bury the J. That's a clever move.
Especially when you're able to knock down the open jumper on a consistent basis.
Rose
Throws it in. Parker has the ball. He has 11 points from the floor.
Duncan
Has position down low.
Double up.
Rose
Fades away inside. Gets the kind bounce off the back rim.
He's no marksman, even from the inside, but he finds a way to sink the shot.
The Suns
Have it. They're shooting 57% from the floor.
Marbury
Dishes it off.
Williams
Has the ball. A difficult shot and miss by Williams. Parker is at the controls. He's shooting 33% from the arc. Grabbed by Smith. Puts it up inside.
That's money, and he's got 18 tonight.
Smith made the great inside pass right there. It can be dangerous to push the ball inside sometimes, but that's where the high percentage shots are.
Marbury
Works it up court. He has 14 points from the paint. Goes with the crossover. Gets stopped by Smith.
7 on the shot clock.
Passes it.
Marbury
Shoots with the clock winding down. Can't answer back.
Marbury has a first-rate mid-range game. Even though he missed that one, he has to keep taking that shot.
Parker has the rock. He's shooting 41% from the floor. There's the steal.
Marbury
Heads up court. He's 1 out of his last 4 from the arc. Johnson passes the ball. Gets aggressive. It's blocked.
Parker keeps finding a way to wrestle that ball loose, but my question is, when are they going to get a grip on the lead?
Inside pass. Elevates. It's his 6th point of the period. He has a total of 20 so far.
Duncan is a money player, Bob. He's so dangerous with that move because he can take it to either side.
How do you stop that play, Rod?
Well, when someone as good as he is makes that move, check back with me later in the game. I need some time to think about that one.
Outlaw inbounds the ball.
Marbury
Brings it up. He's 8 of 15 from the floor. Passes.
Marbury
Gets airborne. Thinks his 20th point of the game.
The Suns are simply giving the other team fits. It's bad enough when one player's dominating, but when a team shoots this well, there is not much you can do.
The Spurs
Bring it up. They're 4 out of their last 6 from the floor.
Double down.
Rises up. Goes glass on the lay-in.
Pick him up.
The Suns
Have the ball. They're shooting 36% from the arc.
Screen coming.
Marbury
Makes the pass.
Push 5.
Tries to spin move. Gets cut off by Smith. Passes it.
Marbury
Launches from beyond the arc. Can't get it to fall.
Marbury took the right shot. He didn't hit it, but you have to believe he's going to make that shot a lot more, and he's going to miss it.
Duncan
Is asking for it in the post. It's knocked away. The shot on the left block is missed by Duncan. Battled for that board. Yanks it down inside.
Danny Ferry has the uncanny ability to blow even the easiest shots inside, and that's sad.
Passes it.
Go, go deep.
7 seconds to shoot.
Pull me out.
Bounce pass. Launches from beyond the arc.
That's what to
Doesn't
do,
get
D.
the tough
Now
shot.
convert.
Well, I tell you what, they dodged the bullet right there. The three was wide open, but they're lucky that one didn't go in.
Off to the back rim and out by Duncan.
Nice court sense, Bobby. He knew exactly where to be to yank that one down.
Marbury has the ball. He has 19 points from the floor. Johnson passes.
Double down.
7 on the shot clock. Marbury
Forces 8 point of the period. He's got 22 total.
The Spurs will take a timeout here. Owen.
Comes back in after sitting on the bench for a while.
Williams will come off the floor.
Substitution for the Suns.
Rose
With the inbound.
the Spurs.
Are at the controls. They're shooting 46% from the floor.
Duncan
Now has it.
Early curl, lady now. ISO.
Launches from beyond the arc. Gets the front rim. That last tip is up and in by Bowen.
Great second chance opportunity.
Couldn't agree more with you, Rod. Don't take any extra risks if you can help it.
I got him.
Marbury
Is at the controls. He's shooting 20% from the arc.
It's going inside. Switch up. Face it. 82 same side. 2 up. 2
7 seconds to shoot.
The three-pointer was no good by Marbury. Nabbed by Parker.
He just has a nose for the ball, Bob. Amazing instinct.
It's instinct and desire, Rod. He just wants the ball more than anyone else. Inside. Takes a turnaround Jay. Gets right iron, no good.
He's in the NBA, Bob. He should have known better than to pass the ball with that kind of angle.
Passes. Releases from 15. Doesn't get it all the way there.
Wow, they both had a hand on the ball, and he just barely ripped that one away. That was a will and determination rebound. I like seeing that as a
Power
coach.
again.
Marbury
Passes it.
I got him. Zipper, 88 zip.
7 on the shot clock. Marbury
With the ball.
Down.
Shoots. Gets back iron and out.
Come on, D.
Marbury was playing the percentages there. He generally makes that shot, but not that possession.
1-on-1.
Passes it.
Watch the pick. Stay in, stay in.
Smith shoots from the paint. Bounces off the left rim and out.
Smith makes the pretty crossover, but it doesn't get you any points on the board.
Pick him up.
Marbury heads up court. He's 1 out of his last 6 from the arc.
Ball, 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 ball. 5 under 2.
Passes.
7 seconds to shoot. Hardaway
Launches from beyond the arc.
Need more of that.
Can't drop the
Come on, D.
lightly contested shot.
Despite the loose play on defense, he still couldn't get that shot to drop.
Parker has it. He's 1 of 3 from the arc.
Side D.
Uses the crossover. Parker pulls the trigger from 8. Not this time.
Parker has an amazing crossover, but if you can't score after making that move, then it doesn't matter.
Parker dishes it off.
Nice grab to get to possession, and that was all ball, too.
Owen
With the rock. Fired long by Bowen. Rebounded by Gugliotta.
the Suns
Work it up court. They're 1 out of their last 6 from the floor.
I got him.
Received by Hardaway.
7 on the shot clock.
Clear up, clear up.
Puts it up. Can't stop the drive.
Oh, Bobby, you gotta like the way he ripped that one down.
The Spurs
At the rock. They're shooting 33% from the arc.
Watch out.
Passes it. Spins to the hoop. Skies.
buries his 13th point of the game.
This is how you execute, Bob. Watch this big-time play.
Nice move to the hoop.
That's how you teach the spin. From there on out, it's easy. Just a little bit of a lay-in. Simple as that.
Marion,
Throws it in.
the Suns.
Head into the front court. They're 0 out of their last 6 from the arc.
Marion
Is looking for the ball. block. Marion takes a turnaround Jay.
Marion.
Gets his 26th point of the game.
The Suns score yet another basket down low, and as you can see, they've completely dominated the paint tonight, making it very hard for the opposition to keep up.
Parker has the ball. He's 2 out of his last 6 from the floor. Duncan has it. 7 seconds to shoot. Deflects the pass. Fires from the post. Can't answer back.
Duncan should have won that matchup inside, especially considering how good he is.
50 seconds here in the game. Marbury passes the ball. Seven on the shot clock. Passes. Takes a wide open shot. Gets the front rim.
Gugliotta had no one near him, and he still blew that shot inside. This is the NBA, not the NBDL.
Into the low post. Takes off. Botches the lay-in.
Way to clean the offensive glass right there, Bob.
Pass caught by Smith.
Set up the screen. Take
Launches
your man
from beyond the
down.
arc. Doesn't get the tough shot. The Suns have it. They're shooting 51% from the floor. The 3 ball from down deep was missed by Marbury. The defensive rebound by Bowen. That's the end of the ball game. Your final score, 93-82. That'll do it for this preseason game. Be sure to tune into SportsCenter to catch the latest news, scores, and highlights. Check your local listings for the correct time and channel. That's on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Clark Dishman here with the ESPN postgame show. Let's get started. The Suns come away with an 11-point victory over the Spurs. They are performing well and will head off to the regular season. The Suns proved to be just too much tonight. They shot a much higher percentage, and that ended up being the key statistic. Tim Duncan finished with a total of 20 points and 16 rebounds. He's our ESPN Player of the Game. Terrific performance. And that's all we have for you tonight. Don't forget to tune into ESPN during the regular season for games, highlights, and analysis. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you then.